Hello and a very warm welcome. In today's video, we are going to look at the drivers who have rated the drivers for their 2023 season. And there's a huge surprise in there. Now, this is where I'm saying the fans probably know more about the sport than the drivers because I don't know how this guy is in the top 10. This has been voted by the drivers. Obviously, they're not allowed to vote for themselves. They've rated their top 10 drivers for the 23 season. Red Bull's Max, three-time champion. Obviously, he was the number one driver, and this is the 6th edition of the Drivers' Driver of the Year vote. So, yeah, let's run down the order. Everyone took part in this, apart from one man, and that is Lewis Hamilton. Why is he not taking part? Also, he didn't take part in, Secret Santa. Very strange. He should be forced to do it. If every other driver has to do it, then Lewis should have to do it as well. So, number one, the drivers have voted Max as the driver of the year. No surprise. Number two, Lewis Hamilton is second. This is voted by the drivers. So this is not the fans. This is purely the drivers. I would have put Alonso second. Alonso comes in at third. Yeah, mine would have been Max, Alonso, and then I think third I would have put Norris. Yeah, third is Fernando Alonso. Fourth, Lando Norris. Had a great season. Got close to a win on a couple of occasions. Fifth, Charles Leclerc. Sixth, Carlos Sainz. Sainz, the only man to win a race other than Red Bull. So yeah, I think my order would have been Max, Alonso, Norris, Lewis, and then yeah, I think I would have gone Leclerc. I think I would have put Albon like 6. Piastri maybe between them two for 6. Anyway, we got to 6, Carlos Sainz. 7th, Alex Albon. He deserves to be up there. Carried Williams on his back. Was quite impressive. 8th, Oscar Piastri. Now, he deserves to be on that list. Rookie season, did very well. Won a sprint race. Performed at a high level. 9th, Gasly. I think he deserves to be on the list. First season at Alpine, finished ahead of Esteban Ocon, who beat a 2-time champion the season before. That's a great season by Gasly. First season at Alpine. And then, here comes the biggest shot. The drivers have voted their drivers for 2023, and somehow, 10th on the list is Sergio Perez. I shit you not. There's Yuki Tsunoda crying out to be on the list. There's Nico Hulkenberg crying out to be on the list. And they've put in their Mexican shithouse. Are you taking the piss? How is Perez on the top 10 drivers of the season? Is this a piss take? Now, what are the drivers watching? I've got to call the drivers out for this, because if they voted Sergio Perez as in the top 10 drivers of 2023, they're watching a different sport to me. Or it's PR bullshit. Because Sergio Perez was awful. He won 2 races. He would finish how many was it off Max? 285, something like that. Awful. He should have been sacked. And he's still there, stinking the joint out. And again, it's disrespectful to the likes of Nico Hulkenberg, who's come back and should be in that top 10 of driver of the season, because he performed brilliantly at Haas. But because Haas are last in the constructors, he doesn't get the credit. What about Yuki Tsunoda with a driver merry-go-round at AlphaTauri? No mention. Should be in the top 10 every day of the week. Tsunoda has done a great job for AlphaTauri. Carried them on his back. No mention. There's unrest at AlphaTauri. Tsunoda should have a mention. He doesn't. And they've put Perez in the top 10. I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. That is madness. Absolute madness. Sergio Perez in the top 10. He should have been out on his ears. Should have been sacked. Looking for a new drive. Never mind, wow. Yeah, he finished like 200, 285, 385, 485, 585, 290 off his teammate. And these great drivers have ranked him in the top 10 for the year. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I get the Gasly one in ninth. He beat Ocon. Just looking down, Tsunoda, 14th in the drivers, 17 points. Should have been in that top 10. Nico Hulkenberg, 9 points for Haas. Should have been in that top 10. And you got mucky drivers. Liam Lawson deserves a shout, but obviously he didn't do all the races, so you can't pull him in there. But he had a good stint as well. The likes of George Russell, Lance Stroll, Sergio Perez, Bottas, Joe, Magnussen, they should all be in the bottom 5. Well, bottom 6. Sergio Perez, 10th, voted by the drivers, for the drivers. He's 10th on the list. I can't believe what I'm watching, seeing. What are the drivers doing? Sergio Perez would be lucky if he's not in the bottom 3 on every fan's 2023 drivers. Wow, unbelievable. Comment down below. Your 10. Who else would you include? Who do you think's being robbed? Wow, I was very surprised about that when I saw that. Also, the team principals have done one. I can quickly cover that one. So, that's unbelievable. Just waiting for my phone to load. Here we go. Team principals have named their drivers. We'll cover that quickly. So, number 1, Max. Number 2, Fernando Alonso. Number 3, Norris. That is actually my top 3, so far so good. 4th, Charles Leclerc. 5, Lewis Hamilton. 6, Carlos Sainz. 7, Piastri. 8, Albon. George Russell, 9. Oh my god. Honestly, are they watching it through rose-tinted glasses? So the drivers have voted Perez, 10. And now the team principals have voted Russell and Perez 9 and 10. That's scandalous. Absolutely scandalous. Holy shit. That has left me speechless. George Russell had one of the worst seasons he's had in F1. And the team principals have voted him 9. Yeah. These lot are not watching the same sport as me. That is for sure. Drivers and team principals, you need to watch the season back. Honestly, that's embarrassing.